Now, conductance of electrolyte solution. Conductance of electrolyte solution. This is our new topic. Now, what is electrolyte? This I have taught you in chapter 7, equilibrium in 11th standard, or you have studied. Electrolyte means substance which when dissolved in water produces ions, and that ions are capable of conducting electric current. But simultaneously, along with electrolyte solution, I told you another conductivity also. Conduction takes place through metal, solid substance. In metal, conduction takes place through electron. So here we are going to study both the type of conductivity, electronic conductivity as well as ionic conductivity, right? But before going into detail about this, we are going to discuss some basic terms. Some basic terms. Which you might have studied in physics. Yeah, you are going to study in physics. First is resistance, electrical resistance. Symbol is R, right? And you have studied that electrical resistance of a uniform conductor is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area of cross section. This you have studied. And R is measured in ohm, length is measured in meter, area is measured in meter square, right? And therefore, can I write R is equal to rho L by A, where rho is a Greek word, RHO, rho, right? Which is also called resistivity. Now what will be the rho? Before going into detail, I will write here unit of resistance is ohm and its SI base unit, its SI base unit is kilogram meter square per second cube into A, ampere square, where kg, kilogram, meter, second, so they can ask you the SI base unit of resistance. It is kilogram meter square per second cube and per second, not second, a meter ampere square. So this you have to remember. But important is this. They can ask you this in MCQ. Clear? Now, one more question they are asking. Which instrument is used to measure the electrical resistance accurately? Answer is Wheatstone bridge. Is an instrument to measure R. So this question is also asked, or have been asked so many times in the examination. So which instrument is used to measure electrical resistance? Answer is Wheatstone bridge. So this you have to remember, right? Second, I can take resistivity. Rho, according to IUPAC. resistivity is according to IUPAC. But sometimes it is also known as specific resistance. Now we know that R is equal to rho L by A. So therefore, what is rho? Rho will be equal to R. This will go up into A by L. So rho is equal to R. This will go up A by L. So therefore, unit of rho will be equal to R. R is ohm. Area is measured in meter square. Length is measured in meter. So you can cancel this. So what is your answer? Ohm meter, or you can write ohm centimeter. Both are used. Ohm, symbol of ohm is like this: ohm meter or ohm centimeter. And conversion factor from meter to centimeter and centimeter to meter, you know, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So that you can do it on your own. So these are the two basic terms. Let us see what is conductance. The symbol is G. You can use a different symbols also, but right now I am writing here C. What is conductance? The inverse of resistance is called conductance. So what is conductance? Inverse of resistance is called conductance. That is, can I write G is equal to 1 by R, right? So therefore, what will be the unit of G? 1 by R, 1 by ohm, because unit of R is ohm. So therefore, unit of G is equal to 1 by ohm, which is equal to ohm inverse. Inverse of ohm, and inverse of ohm you can write MHO, mho. See, mho is an inverse of ohm, MHO. It is inverse. So mho is also written. Symbol is this one, or inverse. So this is the unit of conductance. Now we know that G is equal to 1 by R, but R we know which is equal to, what was R? R was rho L by A, right? So from that I will take it here, 1 by rho L by A, L divided by A. So this will be equal to 1 by rho, A will go up, A by L. So this is called 1 by rho. 1 by rho is called, a Greek word again, it is kappa. This is called kappa. It is not kappa, it is kappa, Greek word, right? Into A by L. Kappa into A by L, right? Because 1 by rho is equal to kappa. So I am removing here. It's a Greek word. So you can write G is equal to kappa into A by L. May be useful to you for calculating the numericals, right? So here kappa. Now we will discuss the fourth point. Kappa is called conductivity. Like this is conductance, this is called conductivity. Now, you know that conductance is inverse of resistance. So same way, conductivity will be inverse of resistivity. Conductivity, or you can use word specific conductance. Or you can use the word specific conductance. But IUPAC has recommended a word conductivity. So we are going to use the word conductivity. But you can use the word specific conductance also. Right? Kappa. Now, what will be kappa? Kappa will be equal to G L by A. Kappa will be equal to G L by A, because G is equal to 1 by R. If you put the value of R, rho into L by A, 1 by rho is called conductivity, and this will be A by L, right? So here you can put the values. Now, specific conductance kappa, you can use a unit. What is unit of kappa? Kappa is equal to G, that is conductance, into L by A. L by A is called cell constant. L by A is called cell constant. So here unit will be G. What is the unit of G? Mho. Into meter upon meter square. So again this will be cancelled. So it will be mho per meter. But in SI unit, mho is nothing but Siemens S, capital S. Therefore, unit of kappa is equal to Siemens per meter, or you can use Siemens per centimeter. So these are the 4 basic terms which you have to remember. You will study this in physics also. Number 1. Conductivity of 0.1 molar HAC is given 0.047 Siemens per meter. This is given to you. And 0.01 molar HAC is equal to 0.16 Siemens per meter. This is given to you. Right? So based on this, can we say like this, that as concentration decreases, see, earlier the concentration was 0.1, now it is being diluted and it is converted to 0.01 molar. HAC means acetic acid. For acidic they are writing AC, and for H, acetic acid, right? So as from this you can say, as concentration decreases, conductivity, what is happening to the conductivity? It was 0.04, this is 0.016. So conductivity also decreases, right? Note number 2. Conductivity of 0.01 molar KCl solution is equal to 0.14 Siemens per meter, and conductivity of 0.01 molar NaCl, it is given 0.12. Siemens per meter. From these two data of KCl and NaCl, what you can decide? Can we say that smaller the size, more will be the hydration enthalpy, which you have studied in 11th? In standard 11th, we have studied that smaller the size, greater is the hydration enthalpy. If hydration enthalpy is more, means more number of water molecules will be attached, right? So therefore what will happen? Here size of NaCl is small, so more water molecule will be attached to it, right? If more water molecules are attached and if size increases, you know the movement of ions in water, in solution decreases. If movement decreases, conductivity decreases. Clear? So more is the hydration enthalpy, that is more H2O attached, therefore size increases. I am not talking about the size of Na, I am talking about the size of the particle when Na is dissolved in water, because water molecules are attached to it. So as more number of water molecules are attached, size increases, therefore movement of ions decreases and therefore conductivity decreases. So here you can see conductivity of NaCl means Na plus ion is less than KCl. Clear? So this is important point from the table. In table only values are given, but based on the values they can ask you the question. So I have taken these points. You can take a screenshot reference. Magnitude of conductivity. This is the topic. Highlight here continuously depends on three factors. They can ask you 2-mark question that magnitude of conductivity depends on which factors? 3 factors. Answer. Number 1, nature of material which you are using. Second is temperature. And third is pressure. If gas is involved. So this is another point. Now after this there is the next point, classification of solid on the basis of conductivity. Classification of solid on the basis of conductivity. Now, I will classify the solid into 4 categories based on conductivity. Number 1, conductors. Conductors means you can say very good conductors. Yeah, good conductors having very high conductivity. Right? Examples are metals and their alloys. You can say metals and their alloys. Second example is non-metal. Like you have studied in 11, graphite and organic polymers. Second example is non-metal like graphite and organic polymers. Organic material, they are prepared from carbon. One example I write for organic polymer, polyacetylene. So this is first type. Second is insulator. Insulators have very low conductivity. You can say negligible conductivity. Glass, plastics, etc. Third, these also semiconductors. Semiconductors have conductivity between conductor and insulator. So semiconductor example, silicon, doped silicon. Doping we will study later on. Doped silicon, germanium. And most important, so many times I have told you in the lecture, it is gas. Gas, GAAS. Gallium RC. Gallium arsenide. So these are semiconductors. Now the fourth point, which you have, I don't know whether you have studied in physics or not. The fourth type of solid substance based on conductivity is superconductors. Now what are superconductors? Superconductors are those substances having, I am writing here now, rho equal to 0 means conductivity, resistivity, right? Instead of rho you can write R also, and kappa, infinite, because we know kappa is inverse of resistivity, and inverse of resistivity means 1 by rho, 1 by 0, 1 by 0 is infinite. So what are superconductors? Superconductors are those substances having resistivity 0, conductivity infinite. You can say resistance 0, conductance infinite, right? Here also there are two examples. Superconductors are, number 1, at low temperature in the range 0 to 15 Kelvin, some metals and their alloys are used. Superconductors at low temperature, that is in the range of 0 to 15 Kelvin, some metal and their alloys behaves as superconductor. But at high temperature, in the range of 150 Kelvin, mixed oxides and ceramics and some ceramics are used. So the fourth solid classified on the basis of conductivity is superconductors. Superconductors are those substances having resistivity 0, conductivity infinite, right? Because conductivity is inverse of resistivity, means 1 by rho, 1 by rho is 1 by 0, 1 by 0 is infinite. There are two examples. At low temperature 0 to 15 Kelvin, some metals and their alloys were earlier used. This first one was earlier used, used earlier. This is used nowadays. So nowadays we are using mixed oxide and some ceramics at 150 Kelvin temperature as a superconductors. So this was about magnitude of conductivity and classification of solid on the basis of conductivity. 4 types of solids are there classified on the basis of conductivity. Three already you know: conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. Right? You can go through it.